Hey everybody, it's Matt Allen with Compass Realty coming back at you. Listen, when we're out looking for houses, once you find the house that you need to start getting ready to settle. And one of the things to get ready to settle is insurance. I know it's super exciting, but I bought in my insurance agent, Sharon Eddy, to discuss the types of things that you'll want to look for in a new policy. And then we'll do a separate video on why you should check in every year or two just to update that policy. So without further ado, let me bring her in. Hey Sharon, how are you?
Great, Matt. How are you today?
I'm fantastic. So I've got buyers that are on the hook to buy a place. They're first timers. What do they need to look for in terms of insurance needs?
Sure. So the first thing you're going to look at is to make sure you have enough coverage. It's called dwelling coverage, and that's to replace the cost of the structure if there was damage. You don't want to include the value of the land on the policy because the land would still be there if there was a claim. And so there's plenty of calculators that your insurance agent has that they can go through and put the features of the home in to come up with a replacement cost.
Mm-hmm.
The second thing I would tell you is that the basic homeowner's policy doesn't cover every single situation. And so there are endorsements like backup a sewer and drain or coverage for the service lines from the house to the street that are not part of the basic homeowner's policy. So it's really important to kind of talk through the endorsements that are available so you can pick the ones that are important to you. So your homeowner's policy doesn't only cover the structure, but it also covers your belongings. Mm-hmm. And so there's coverage for your personal property, but there are some types of property that aren't like firearms or jewelry or art, that there's limitations on a homeowner's policy. And again, you want to make sure you understand what the limits are for certain special kinds of property. The fourth thing I would recommend to new buyers is to make sure your policy has inflation protection on it, because labor costs and construction costs and materials increases regularly. And so if you don't have that inflation protection on the policy doesn't stay current with what the cost to replace your policy or your home would be if we needed to. And then I would recommend sitting down and talking to somebody rather than trying to do it alone online, because there's a lot of different things that you need to think about when you're setting up that policy. And
Mm-hmm.
so having that guidance is really important.
It is. I know when we just sat down recently to review my policy and we discussed, if I happen to have like a worker in my house, do I have liability insurance in case they get hurt? And I don't think I had that. So now I do. So I feel covered so I can sleep well at night. So your insurance, you help people sleep. It's a one-stop shop.
Right. We hope you never have to use it, but you want it to take care of you if there is some situation that happens that you need to use your policy.
That's right. Well, fantastic. This has been very helpful. And I'll put you in touch with some people just as soon as I can.
Great. Always appreciate it.
All right. Thanks a lot. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, you too.
All right. So that's it for this episode. Join us again in a few weeks, and we will discuss why you need to sit down with your insurance agent and review your policy every year or two just to update it for all your life's needs. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.